Let's visit our first container list and see what is the list, how to create it, how to use it in a Python program. So list is nothing but a container of things that are organized in order from first to the last. In technical words, we can say it has a mutable ordered sequence of elements. Now, what is mutable? That we will see later on this lesson. Basically, list is a changeable sequence of elements. So let's see how can we create it. So the syntax is we create a variable and assign it a list using the assignment operator. The list in itself is represented by opening and closing square brackets, and inside it we put all the list elements separated by comma. So like an example is a list of even numbers which can have first 10 even numbers as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this list becomes a list of even numbers. Now let's see some practical examples how to create a list and how to use it. So let's create a small list of colors. So my variable name is colors equal to square bracket, and inside that I'm going to create strings of color names. Let's say red, green, blue. So these are the colors that I have put in a list. Now to print it, I can use print color, and this should print all of colors. Let's see the output. Now program python space simple list dot py, and the output is a list as it is. So we can print the entire list using just a print statement. So we have seen how to create a list and how to print the entire list. But what if we want to print a particular element of the list? Let's say red. So red is the first element in a list. So let's try to print it. Colors square bracket 1, and let's see the output. Python simple list.py. Oh, wait a minute. We wanted to print first element which is red, but it is printing green. So something is wrong in our program. Let's see what. So here our first element is red and the second element is green. The third element is blue. But when we say first as an index value of the red that we expected, it gave us green, which means red must be index number lesser than 1, which is 0. So let's first see whether it's correct or not. Let's run a program. Yes, it is correct. So red is at the 0th element. So let's try to print each element individually. So we have print colors of 1, as we know it's green. So that means if I want to print blue, it must be at index location 2. Let's see the output. Python simple list.py, and yes, so 0th element is red, first element is green, and the second element is blue. As per the definition that we know about list is nothing but the ordered sequence of the elements. So here order begins with 0 and it continues from there onwards in the positive numbers, positive integers. Why is it? Because in the computer terms, when I say red as the first element, it's ideally actually the element that I can reach from the first, or the amount of elements that I have to cross from the first, which is 0 elements. For green, I have to cross 1 element. For blue, I have to cross 2 elements. So hence, it is red is 0, green is 1, and blue is 2. For experienced programmer, this is as good as what you see in arrays. So list is kind of comparable to the arrays. Now let's see if I want to access the index number 3, what happens? Print colors, and let's execute this program. Python simple list.py. Oh, error. It says index error. Why? The list index is out of range. Now, why is it occurring? Let's see that. So here you can see that we have 3 elements in the list from starting from 0 index. So 0, 1, 2. There is no third index in this. Hence, if we try to access that index, since that index doesn't exist, the interpreter is giving us error that's index out of range or out of bounds. That means we have gone to the index number which doesn't exist at all, and hence the error. So, whenever you are processing a list and if you see such error, that is a clear sign that you have exceeded the number of indexes or the number of elements present in a list. Now, how do you remember the index number? The way to remember the index number is total number of elements minus 1. So here you can see we have 3 elements. So the total indexes that I have is 0, 1, 2. The third index doesn't exist.